Hi, surprise! We're going to do some Boogie Woogie Bugle Boy today. We're going to do the last part. I've just done the altos and the seconds part. I've just had a break to go and make some chili. So if I look like I've been crying, it's because I've been chopping onions. But that's alright, isn't it? And what we're going to do today is we're going to go from page 12, okay, and we're going to go through to the end. And much of this is going to be... It's going to fall into similar patterns to what we've already done. Okay, so we're going to do the same thing as before. We're going to start with the words and just do the rhythm of the words, and we're going to go all the way through that. So here we go, page 12 and 13 first, and the rhythm of the words is like this. He puts, 1, 2, 3. He puts the boys to sleep with boogie every night, and wakes them up the same way in the early bright. They clap their hands and stamp their feet, because they know how he plays when someone gives him a beat. He really breaks it up when he plays reveille. He's the Boogie Woogie Bugle Boy of Company B. Okay, so most of that is just the same as what we've done before. The one small difference is the and stamp their feet, the triplet there. So it's they clap their hands and stamp their feet. Okay, I'll do that once more. They clap their hands and stamp their feet. All right, so let's go all the way through those words one more time from the top of page 12. 1, 2, 3. He puts the boys to sleep with boogie every night, and wakes them up the same way in the early bright. They clap their hands and stamp their feet, because they know how he plays when someone gives him a beat. He really breaks it up when he plays reveille. He's the Boogie Woogie Bugle Boy of Company B. Okay, so turn to the page. 14 and 15 are like this. A toot, a toot, a toot diddly up the toot. He blows it 8 to the bar. In boogie rhythm, he can't blow a note unless a bass and guitar is playing with it. And the company jumps when he plays reveille. He's the Boogie Woogie Bugle Boy of Company B. Alright, so two differences there. First one is the with him. We're used to just playing, just singing a short with, just a quaver on there, but this time it's a little longer, so it's playing with him. And the M is long too when we get to it. And then the next phrase, and the company jumps. So far we've been counting 1, 2, 3, and the company. And the companies is on beat number 1. So the company is the accented word. Here, instead of counting 3, we're counting 4, and the and is the accented word. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, and the company jumps. Okay, I'll do that again. 1, 2, 3, 4, and the company jumps and make a reveille. I got the words wrong, I'll do it again. 1, 2, 3, 4, and the company jumps when he plays reveille. Okay, so those two things to look out for, the with him and the company jumps. I'll go again from the last note of page 13, so into page 14 and 15. So it's like this: 1, 2, 3, a toot, a toot, a toot diddly up the toot. He blows it 8 to the bar. In boogie rhythm, he can't blow a note unless a bass and guitar is playing with him. 1, 2, 3, 4, and the company jumps when he plays reveille. He's the Boogie Woogie Bugle Boy of Company B. Okay, so let's get back to page 12. We'll start and have a look at the notes now. Now, the notes are quite different from what we've been doing before, but actually they fall into the same patterns, just higher. So the patterns that you've been doing, they all fall around the notes of the blues chords, and you've generally been around a sort of a G, an A kind of spot, and then maybe up to a C, and you've been doing those sort of patterns, kind of thing. It's the same patterns, just higher now. So I don't think you'll find this hard. I think you'll be fine. So, like this, it goes. He puts the boys to sleep with boogie every night, and wakes them up the same way in the early bright. They clap their hands and stamp nothing too challenging there. I think you actually kind of get off a bit lightly there compared to what the altos and seconds have to do. The only bit that I struggled with there, I'm sight reading this, so was the he's the boogie. I think that's different. He's the boogie woogie bugle boy. It was the word that caught me out there. He's the boogie, like that. He's the boogie. But I think that was fine. From page 12 again. So he puts the boys to sleep. 1, 2, go. He puts the boys to sleep with boogie every night and wakes them up the same way in the moonly bright. They clap their hands and clap their feet because he knows he plays when no one gives him a beat. He really breaks it up when he plays reveille. He's the boogie woogie bugle boy of company B. I hope you're happy with that. I don't think you'll struggle. I think that'll be fine. Let's get straight into page 14 and 15. So you've got this. A toot, a toot, a toot-a-lit, the toot, he blows it eight to the bar. In boogie rhythm, he can't blow a note unless the bass and guitar is playing with him. And the company jumps when he plays reveille. He's the boogie. So sorry, my fault. From He's the Boogie. He's the boogie woogie bugle boy of company B. Okay, so I should perhaps sing that down an octave. I'll try and keep it in your octave, but you'll just have to excuse me for sounding awful. You know. Where are we then? So I think, well, you've got a boring bit on page 14, haven't you? I think you're fine with that, really. Let's just do the last bit, I think. The He's the Boogie. That's kind of weird, that. I got that wrong the first time. What you've got then is the he's the is an E flat. If you look at the note for he, you've got that sort of weird, sort of slightly strange shaped B. I know some of you know all this, right? I'm not meaning to be condescending. I like to go basic, you know. So you've got that strange looking letter B, which is a flat sign before the note for the word he. And what that does is it turns on the E flat for you. So normally in this piece we're going to play E's, we're going to sing E's, we're going to sing the note E, but for this it turns it into a flat for us. Okay, it tells us that the E's that come after that little flat sign, that little angular B, are going to be E flats instead of E naturals. Okay, and the flat sign, well, let me show you. That kind of weird. Oh, you can't see that because of the music on the back. That sort of weird letter. So B there. I hope that was made sense. So once the flat is switched on by the sign there, I'm drawing it the wrong way around because I'm in the drawing it for me. It stays switched on until the end of the bar. Okay. So after the word the, we get a bar line. And that switches off the flat. So the next note, the boogie, it looks like exactly the same note as the one before. This is why I got it wrong. I was just not thinking fast enough. But actually it's not, because it was an E flat. Now the flat sign has been turned off, so it's back to an E natural. So it makes it sound like this. He's the boogie woogie bugle boy of company B. I'll do that again. He's the boogie woogie bugle boy of company B. I lost my fingers that time. Once again. 2, 3. He's the boogie woogie bugle boy of company B. Okay, I think that's the only difficult bit there. Let's go from last note of page 13. A toot! And we'll do 14 and 15. So 1, 2, 3. A toot! A toot! A toot! A toot! He blows it into the bar. We'll do that one more time, and then we'll put the whole thing together, what, these 4 pages anyway. So a toot, a 1 and go. A toot, a toot, a toot, the toot, he blows it into the bar. In boogie rhythm, he can't blow out unless a bass and guitar is playing with him. And the company jumps when he plays reveille. He's the boogie woogie. Oh, I got it all wrong. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, sopranos. I was thinking, this is what I was thinking about. I was thinking how annoying it is that when we do the He's the Boogie, there's the E flat is switched off by the bar line, and sometimes when you get that happening, when it's so unobvious like that, they put an extra natural sign even though they don't need it at the start of the next bar line. I was kind of surprised not to see it there. It's the place where you'd expect to see it. And I've been thinking about that before, and then I've just come through here, and then bass and guitar is playing, those are E flats, and then with is an E natural, which is switched off by the bar line in the same way, but they've actually put a natural sign in there for us. And it got to that bit, and I thought, there we go, they've put the extra sign in like I would do on the boogie. And then I started thinking about it, and that's why I went completely wrong. So, a toot! Same place. I'll try and get it right this time. 1, 2, 3. A toot! A toot! A toot! The toot! He blows it into the bar. In boogie rhythm, he can't blow out unless a bass and guitar is playing with him. And the company jumps when he plays reveille. He's the boogie woogie bugle boy of Company B. Okay. So we're going to go back to page 12 now, and we're going to go all the way through this double page spread. These 2 double page spreads. We're going to do it twice, and then we're probably going to call it a day. Here we go then, folks. So 1, 2, 3. He puts the boys to sleep with boogie every night, and wakes them up the same way in the early bright. They clap their hands and stamp their feet, because he knows how he plays when he gives him a beat. He really breaks it up when he plays reveille. He's the boogie woogie bugle boy of Company B. A toot, a toot, a toot, the toot, he blows it into the bar. In boogie rhythm, he can't blow out unless a bass and guitar is playing with him. And the company jumps when he plays reveille. He's the boogie woogie bugle boy of Company B. I got some words wrong, sorry about that, sopranos. Same thing again, and then as I say, we'll call it a day. I'll leave you to rewind it as you need it and stuff like that. So, he puts the boys to sleep, 1, 2, go. He puts the boys to sleep with boogie every night, and wakes them up the same way in the early bright. They clap their hands and stamp their feet, because he knows how he plays when someone gives him a beat. He really breaks it up when he plays reveille. He's the boogie woogie bugle boy of Company B. A toot, a toot, a toot, the toot, he blows it into the bar. In boogie rhythm, he can't blow out unless a bass and guitar is playing with him. And the company jumps when he plays reveille. He's the boogie woogie bugle boy of Company B. Jolly good then, folks. So I hope that's all made sense. I hope that, yeah, I'm sure it's been fine. So Monday, I think we're going to have a Zoom session on Monday. I hope you can join us for that. What I think I'm going to propose to do for the Zoom session on Monday is not look at that new bit yet, but go back over the first part and just run from the start. Actually, maybe that's going to be an exception with the Sopranos because you're a bit in front of everyone else. So maybe for the Sopranos, because we kind of did that last time, so maybe it will depend on who shows up. If it's just the same couple of people as last week, maybe we'll get onto this new bit. But if there are some new people there that haven't done the other sessions, maybe we'll look at it from the start. We'll see what happens on Monday. Okay, folks. I look forward to seeing you on Monday. See you later. Bye-bye.